So let's have a look around the holes now. Now remember that the fair doesn't start for a couple of days yet, so that the signs are being set up, so there's a lot of mess on the floor. This is perfectly normal at a trade fair. You've got to have a mess before it looks nice, so please don't complain about that. Let's go. So let's have a quick look through the halls here, and as you can hear in the background, there's quite a lot of people putting stuff up. This vehicle here is from a company in the United Kingdom, RJH, from Doncaster. Now they build these exceptionally large vans, and I'll show you what it's sort of designed for by coming round to the back. Now RJH has had a number of difficulties on the company administration. It's even gone bankrupt more than once, so I was rather surprised to see it actually. There you go, horses. So I don't know where the horses go, probably in the back. I presume they're not driving the thing. Anyway, who knows. Here's some vans here from Francia. Right. As you see, they put this floor covering. This is quite normal at a trade fair. Put a floor covering down there to protect the carpet, which has already been laid underneath. And for the environmentally conscious amongst you, may think, what happens to the carpet? Well, I think most of it gets thrown out. It doesn't get used again. So you think that's a dreadful waste of carpet, and I would agree with that statement. But what else can you do with it? I don't know. Here we've got something from Adria, which was introduced at Dusseldorf in August 2019. It's their new idea of a mobile home. Note the word mobile home. The sort of things you get in the United States in a way. It's not really a caravan. Well, it is, but they're trying to make it not really a caravan, more of a mobile home, a home that moves around. They seem to think it was quite revolutionary. One or two other people seem to think it's quite revolutionary. And if you see the channel Andrew Ditton, who's like me, is from the United Kingdom, he seemed to think it was brilliant. He certainly knows more about these things than I do. I don't know anything about caravans. He owns a caravan, he owns an Airstream. Right, so here is Francia's new Yukon in a rather original paint scheme. Let's have a look inside. There you go, there's a 7-0 lounge, and inside looks like this. I filmed it earlier actually. Oh, now people complained about me not having a wide angle. I'm quite pleased with this. This is looking quite nice. New telephone. Alright, and here's a Francia Platin motorhome. Got a U-shaped lounge at the back here. There's a fridge, which incidentally is locked. I get these people writing, one character above all makes nasty comments about me not opening fridges, but I can see perfectly well it's locked. And we've got the living quarters up here. There they are. So the sleeping quarters up there. Sleeping. You don't, unless you live in a bed. But there's the shower, and you get your seats here. So it's the idea of this is that you sleep up here and you live out the back. This idea has been done by several companies, but the person who thought of it was my friend Lothar, alongside his wife Heidi. They are the ambassadors for this, and they do it for Heimer. And to be quite honest, I'd rather have the Heimer version than this version. Yeah, so I can put the light on. Or the Cartago version. Deathless have got one as well. Concord's got one. Alright. There's some Pilots. Now, Pilot owns Francia. Francia is from near Hof in Germany, a place called Markt Vorgast. Drove past it yesterday on the way here. So, Adria Vans from Slovenia. See people. This is normal trade fair. I've got to say this, absolutely normal. Don't say it's a mess. I'm trying. It's nice. Oops, nice enough to for them to let me in. If people start writing nasty comments, then they won't let me in again, will they? Right. This thing here. Now, Pilot's got this brand called Le Voyageur, and I got information about this vehicle yesterday. I still haven't read the information that was sent to me, so I can't tell you anything about it. But seeing as I have got some information, I shall do more about that in another film. And so we'll just have a quick look through, shall we? Probably get kicked out. Look, you see the stuff on the floor. And oh, it's quite nice though, isn't it? Yeah, I think in the design of this, obviously it's a French company, and so I'm going to say it's very French. That's what we'd expect buying a French motorhome. We'll have a bigger look at that later. Steps going up, that's because there's a garage, the car goes under it. We'll have a look at that now, I think. Oh, something here. Let's have a look through here. So that's where this Fiat here, Cinquecento, isn't it? And that comes up. Cinquecento being the 500, of course. What's it called? Oh, Dolce Vita. I thought it was a Doncaster. Alright, so that's the Cinquecento Doncaster. Now, at the small end, you've got this thing here, which is a sort of camping car. I've got a price there, 89,990. When I first saw that, I thought, that's impossible. How come it costs so much money? Maybe the engine's gold-plated, but it turns out that's a different van. So it's not this one. They're setting things up, and that's understandable. Let's have a quick look inside. And that was a quick look inside. Okay, here's some Rapido vans. We should have a look at them before they fall to pieces. I think I've done just about all of them. Well, that's an Itineo, a brand owned by Rapido. Okay, some Morello Vans. Yeah, I've gone to their showroom several times, so I've filmed all them from their showroom. And this is Phoenix. Phoenix is located very close to Morello, but right next door to Concord in Aschbach in northern Bavaria. Okay, Niesmann Bischoff. This red Smoke, which I've got here, was one of the most popular vans on my site last year. Well, Cartico's got this set up. One thing I'd like to point out here, actually, seeing as they're nice enough to left this open, is that, okay, it's an integrated van, but you see, getting into the engine, it's not that easy. So you might want to consider that if you're thinking of buying integrated van. Concord, luxury manufacturer, though I mentioned earlier. There's a Burstner stand. Campio C600 just come out. It's got a tint in the roof. And widthwise bed, sorry. See people fixing the overhead displays up there. Right. Free 600. It's not free though. Indeed, it's quite expensive. Oh, the lights haven't been turned on, so I can't see that. But here's the sort of thing that gets my attention, is this. Grand Canyon S. Campervan, although I would prefer a motorhome. Something along these lines. Although I don't like the bed layout at the back, the rest of it, I get the bed layout with the widthwise bed. Semi-integrated Mercedes, lots of lovely room in there. We'll see this a bit in another video. We've got a very unusual bit of kit here from Carrado. Now, the idea behind this is you've got a rear door, which is like a porch or something. That's it. You go in there, you take off your dirty stuff, and then you go into the living bit down there. But you've got nothing dirty on, then you just go through the main door. Isn't that unusual? Well, maybe it's a bit pointless, okay. Have a look now, another unusual bit of kit, which is from Death Lefts, and this is a dual power. That is to say, it has petrol, that is right, petrol, as they say in the United States, gasoline, or gas in the United States, not our gas, that's LPG. So it's got a petrol engine and electricity. Now the electricity, the electric engine, I think it's only got a range of 50 kilometers. I'm not going off the top of my mind. I've done, memory. I've done a film on this. I'm sorry, but I don't actually remember absolutely everything. But if you've got a 50 km range, you're using it as a daily car, that's that's probably enough to get you to work and back. And also, obviously, when you use the petrol engine, then that's going to be charging the battery, and you've got recuperation as well. Inside, it's a camper van, and it's got the footprint of a small car. So it's a hybrid. Quite good thinking, I think. I'm just using Ford's existing hybrid technology and putting a bit of camper equipment inside. You could say that, and of course that would be the truth, but at least it's being done. I think this is the first series, I'm going to use that word, mass-produced camper van hybrid of its type. Somebody did one with the Nissan NV600, is it, in the UK, but I think only built one. This is on a line as such as they are with camper vans, because it's not really mass produced. You're talking of tens or hundreds of units being built, not tens of thousands. We've got a couple of really unusual things here from Knaus. This is their Weinsberg, which is their sort of cheaper version van. Looks a bit on the luxurious side. And there's the Knaus. That's the live model. And so what's it look like inside? How much does it cost? Well, it doesn't cost anything. It's just probably just an empty shell which has been painted in both cases, because they're live eyes, so live integrated. As is that. That's my suspicion. I don't think there's anything in there. I don't know, but they did come up with another very shiny metallic orange thing, Dusseldorf in 2018, which has been used in several events, and that is absolutely empty inside. Oh, and see all this work here. Oh, I hate this. But mind you, setting up that is. I mean, I'm doing it. Oh, this doesn't bother me. I'm just looking at other people doing it. But when you take down, oh, that really is a problem. That's worse in my opinion. So this gives you a very good idea of stands which have been set up, but not yet ready for action, because we've still got the carpet protectors down. The company up there, Kabe, which is from Sweden, has just begun a production of camper vans in Poland. this gives you an idea of some of the work that goes on. So putting down these squares for the carpet. There's a MAN from Balcamp. Nice high roof. I like a high roof. There's Globe Traveller. And Westphalia. Some of these vans were driven here, so they are a little bit dirty on the outside. Indeed, on the Globe Traveller stand, there was a van that passed me as I was on my way here. So this is the new 2020 James Cook with a slide out in the back. Well, obviously it's being set up. I'll just have a quick look at the back. See, the back comes out, allowing the bed to be that small when the vehicle's in this position, 593 centimeters in length. So it's got a very small footprint. All sorts of extras on this, including floor heating. I've got a list of them, I think, on my website. Oh, and there's a 4x4 version. Mind you, the cost is quite astronomical. Could be, with the options, the vehicles shown here, 120 easily, €1,000. That's 1, 2, 0, and 3 more zeros. Ah, the big nugget on the Transit. Although I think I prefer the smaller nugget. This one here. There's some Knaus and Weinsberg vans. I attempted to drive a Knaus van. It was on an MAN basis, and we couldn't get it started, and that was at a Knaus event. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that of interest. If you saw anything you like, write it down and I'll try and film it for you. All the best.